sitting out here outside the intermission food court at All Star Music. It's the first time we've been here. First time we've been to. I think it's the first time we've been to a value resort. We are annual pass holders and DVC members, so we usually are at the deluxe resorts, like on points and stuff like that. So it was kind of neat to come over here, and we're in one of the family suites, so it's got a separate bathroom, and then the living area has 2 beds that pull down, and it has 2 bathrooms, and that's always like a huge plus, because there's a lot of the 1 bedrooms in DVC that only have 1 bathroom, so it makes it a little bit harder at night, or I mean, getting ready in the morning, or even at night, I guess. With a large family, we usually come with 5, but we have a family of 7. So usually the best one for us is going to be at Kidani Resort at Animal Kingdom, or Bay Lake Tower, which we've never stayed at, because those ones have extra bathrooms in each one of the rooms. So you have, like if you get a 1 bedroom, you'll have 2 bath, and if you have 2 bedroom, you'll have 3 baths, which is really nice. So you have 1 in each room, dedicated room, and then 1 in the living area, that's like really ideal, I think. Here's a view. There's nobody walking by right now, but here's a view of All Star Resort. It's kind of where I'm sitting. There's the pool bar right here, and then these are the Calypso buildings. So we're in that building over there. Yeah, so it's pretty nice. It's really, really close. This is, it's right next to the arcade and the food court and the shop, and the washers and dryers are right here in this building that's right past that map. And so I was just kind of sitting here. I decided to get up a little bit earlier and not rope drop, because we are just not a family that rope drops. It's only if Amy and I are here alone will we even consider rope dropping, I would say. We do have a lightning lane this morning at Hollywood Studios for Slinky Dog. It starts at 9:15. It is 8:37 right now, but I mean, honestly, we look at lightning lanes as the full 3 hours. So it's from 9:15 to 10:15, so we have until 12:15. I was also kind of just sitting here contemplating. This is maybe like a heavy topic, and that's while we were on vacation, my dad passed away on Wednesday, so we were only a couple days in. Got here on Monday night, and then Wednesday morning I found out my dad died. And I didn't tell my daughters, because we're here with them. I did tell my sons, because they're off, on their own. They're adults, and just kind of let them know so that they could be prepared for anything that we might need to do when we get back. I didn't feel the need to go back. He was on life support and multiple. I guess the doctor said multiple. I can't remember the wording that they used, but it's probably just a simple word. But multiple things of life support. So multiple things keeping him alive. He's been kind of declining, but I always thought it was going to take like a bus to run him over for him to die, because he's had a lot of things that have happened to him, and he pulls through. So guess he couldn't pull through from this last one, so he did fall, and I'm not sure how long it took for the apartment building manager to find him. It took them a couple days the last time, so he fell. Took him a couple days to find him. They're supposed to check in with each resident every morning, but it doesn't look like they did that for one of the days. But I don't know what happened this time. So, but at this point, there was the doctor said even with the life support, she didn't feel he would survive the day. And she said, and even if he did, with the very slim chance that he had, he'd be totally different. Like, he wouldn't be able to walk, she said, and he would be, need significant 24/7 care. So that wouldn't have really been a great life, I don't think. A great end of his life. I moved him down here many years ago. He was in New York. I'm his only child. His wife died. Not my mom, but his wife. And so I brought him down here to be closer to us, where we lived in North Carolina. And then we were in North Carolina for many years, and brought him down to South Carolina with us. And he was lucky enough to get a decent apartment in downtown Charleston. And I would say he had a good run. I think he enjoyed his last several years. He was able to see his grandchildren more often. He was able to attend a high school graduation for one of his grandsons. He was able to attend other things, maybe sporting events and theater and things like that. So it really kind of worked out, I think, getting him down here, and it was a good last few years. But it's just I don't know. I haven't processed it, I think, all the way, really. And because we're here at Disney, and I was just trying to make sure, like, I wasn't ruining it for anybody else. Of course, I told Amy, but I didn't want to dwell on it. Let's just go, with our plan. There was no need to go back. And we'll just deal with it next week. We'll deal with it when we get back. So, yeah, I just wanted to share that. And kind of makes you wonder. I mean, I'm not really a YouTuber. I'm not an influencer or anything like that. But it does make you kind of think in situations like this, like, those people that we see on YouTube, those influencers on Instagram and all that stuff, they're just regular people. They have real lives. Maybe they don't share everything with us, but they have problems. They have grieving that they have to go through. So I try to be really careful about how I treat people these days. And whether I like a video or not, or if I like an influencer or not, or if I think they say something stupid or whatever, there's no reason to put the negativity out there. And I just I don't even know where that came from exactly, but I guess just kind of thinking, like, people have lives, they have things that are going on. There's no, if you don't like a video, you pass on it. And if you do like a video, hey, encourage the person. Like, hey, this, it's a great video. I really love what you did here. I think that's a good thing. I think that's a thing that we should all kind of strive for. Is I'm not like the good vibe person or anything like that. I just I think it's a good thing to put more positivity out in the world than negativity. And we all have different views and beliefs and different religions and politics and whatever else. I just don't even like to cover any of that or talk about that, really. I do have very fundamental and very strong religious beliefs. And if somebody asks me about it, I'm going to tell them what it is. And, I might share some small things, but I'm not going to try to beat people over the head and neck and face with religion or politics or anything like that. I think we could just leave that to the side. There's a couple YouTubers out there that I know I don't agree with politically at all, but they're just absolutely kind people. And I might not even agree with necessarily their lifestyle and what they do, but they're just legitimately nice people. And that's all I kind of care about, is just people being kind and nice and not being just nasty. So just wanted to kind of share that and share that story as I'm sitting here at All Star Music. It really is a nice resort. I kind of like it. I like the family suites, maybe mostly. So I don't know if I'd stay in any of the other ones, but I guess if we were solo, we could probably stay. But well, that's about it. I think I'll end it there. We'll see how the rest of the trip goes. You got one more day, and we're gonna be doing after hours tonight at Hollywood Studios. So full day at Hollywood Studios. We're gonna do a little bit in the morning here, get some lightning lanes in, and come on back. Maybe go to the arcade and the pool, and then we're gonna go to after hours. And then tomorrow, that's it. We're gonna head home. Might stop at Animal Kingdom on the way out, since it's pretty close to here. And actually, we are stopping at Animal Kingdom because I have a flight of passage lightning lane. So yeah, we're gonna stop for that at least. All right. Talk to you later.